What excites me about being a part of River Hills is the opportunity to share Jesus in this community.
Well, I think it's important for us to continue to strive for excellence.
Fellowship and learning are the two things that make it so special to me.
Anyone in the community is welcome here. It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter your past.
To me, Christian education has to be one of the important elements in any church that wants to grow.
40 years later, this idea is not surviving, it's thriving.
We're a real close group and we love people and we love helping out.
We're blessed to be right here on Highway 49. You can't come in to Lake Wiley or head to Clover or York without coming right by River Hills Community Church. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on and people are going to start noticing there's something going on over there.
I've been here almost 20 years and I have learned more about the Bible in those 20 years than I did the previous 40.
There's so many things for the youth and there's so many different adult classes, and we need places for these people to be able to worship in small groups.
Bible education, very basic, means a lot to me.
As a church, we need to continue to stay relevant for the kids and the students and these new families that we see coming in here every Sunday. And a way that we can be able to do that is to upgrade these classrooms and upgrade our awesome worship center that we bring the children into every Sunday, the Shout Room.
We've been doing a very good job on our programs, and now we need to spend some energy and time on our facilities to make sure we're attractive to those folks that are moving in here, and especially to young people who are savvy in facilities, they're savvy in media, they're savvy in programs, and we can do that.
I'm dreaming of a choir that will be able to broaden their scope of music to singing all styles of music with excellence, so that those who hear it would hear God's voice as we sing the scriptures, as we sing the hymns.
Ultimately, what I want on Sunday mornings and even Sunday nights with our youth is for this place to be so energizing and contagious that kids are pulling their parents to come to church, that they're excited to get here.
If we're going to attract a lot of people, we got to have a facility that's worthy. That's worthy of our Lord.
The first impression they get is when they pull in the parking lot in their car. And the first, how does it look? Are there people in the parking lot welcoming me in, right? So we're going to pave the parking lot to make it a welcoming place.
To meet the changing times, we need the expansion of the organ, expansion of the workspace, expansion of the sound system, expansion of the visual ministry.
As we get underway and as people start seeing things happening around here, we're updating things, stuff's being painted, the gathering space is getting expanded, which is so exciting in and of itself because that just gives us more place to all gather when we come together around that family table theme.
You have to realize that members of this church, not some outside agency, sat down at that table over months and came up with a list of basic needs to make this place right, to have a proper place for worship and teaching.
We need everybody to be able to access every part of the campus, and having an elevator here will allow that to happen.
We've been talking about different things that need to be done on the campus of the church, whether it's over in the preschool or whether it's over here on the sanctuary side.
To make what we do on Sunday nights with feeding kids and everything, it's really important for us to have ovens that you can cook in and they actually work, and the freezers that'll freeze food and keep our ice cream from defrosting and stuff. So that's really important for us to have great meal time on Sunday nights.
One of the downsides to being around 40 years, I guess, is you have a lot of 40-year-old facility issues. You have 40-year-old windows, you have paint, you have just different things that need to be improved upon.
We noticed that we've got 3 or 4 different colors of paint on the outside. So that had, we're talking about how much it's going to cost to redo paint. But to redo paint, we have to worry about the siding that's on the building. So we have siding that needs to be replaced before we can paint. And before we can take care of the siding, we have to look at the windows. So we look at the windows, and we have windows that need to be replaced. So all of those things are all part of this campaign, because when you look at one thing, you have to backtrack and see what all you have to do before you can get that one thing done.
When we talk about the total amount of money we're trying to raise in this capital campaign, which is $1.8 million, it may be easy to forget that 10% of this, just like our annual budget, goes toward missions. And that's part of the commitment we made when we set the target for this program.
It's exciting to think about where we were and how we started and how that tradition and heritage continues forward. And this capital campaign will allow us to make the needed and necessary improvements to continue this tradition of worshiping together as one body.
When we have a guest come, it may be the first time they've ever walked into a church. Could be. And they may have gotten their nerve up to come in for the first time. And if they don't feel a warmth, if it looks shabby, it's like then we don't care about God. It doesn't really matter. And it does matter.
Sacrificial giving is biblical. And because this is a special campaign, we need to do special thinking, not just dropping $1 in the plate when it comes around. This is really important. If we come up with these dollars, we're going to really, really improve this place of worship and of biblical teaching.
And this is a personal commitment between you and God.
We have the opportunity to invest in the kingdom of God for the future, not just for us, not just for our children, but for our grandchildren and their children. And someday, we're going to have the opportunity to see what that investment did.